Emanuelle is a young and attractive woman living in Paris with her husband Jean. They have an open relationship based on mutual trust and understanding. Jean, who works as a diplomat, is often away on business trips, which gives Emanuelle the freedom to explore herself and new experiences. This freedom allows her to explore her desires and interests that go beyond traditional boundaries. When Jean receives an assignment to Bangkok, Emanuelle happily agrees to relocate. Bangkok represents a whole new world for her, filled with exotic scents, vibrant colors, and a lively cultural atmosphere. Coming to this city is the beginning of a new phase in her life, full of new experiences and opportunities. Upon arriving in Bangkok, Emanuelle is faced with a huge contrast compared to life in Paris. She finds herself surrounded by bustling markets, picturesque temples, and exciting evening events. The city immerses her in its unique cultural space and she begins to actively explore it. Emanuelle joins various events and parties, allowing her to make new acquaintances and broaden her horizons. At one such party, Emanuelle meets Beatrice, a woman who has been living in Bangkok for a long time. Beatrice proves to be friendly and open-minded, and a friendship develops between them. Beatrice becomes Emanuelle's guide to the world of Thai culture. She introduces her to local customs, traditions, and philosophy. Together they visit markets, where Emanuelle discovers the richness of Thai food and crafts, and parties, where she immerses herself in local social life. One important part of Beatrice's life is the practice of meditation, and she invites Emanuelle to join her. This practice has a profound effect on Emanuelle. Meditation helps her deal with her inner turmoil and find a path to self-discovery. Gradually, she begins to realize that her quest and aspirations are not only about physical satisfaction, but also about finding inner harmony and meaning. Emanuelle also begins to realize that her sexual desires and interests are not just physical needs, but an important part of her inner world. Meditation and Eastern philosophy help her to see these aspects of her life in a new light. She begins to realize that her desire for freedom and self-expression is linked to her inner needs and emotions. One day at a local party, Emanuelle meets Greg, a well-known photographer. Greg takes notice of her beauty and offers to take a series of photographs. This offer becomes not just a new experience for Emanuelle, but an important milestone in her life. During the photo shoot, a special attraction develops between Emanuelle and Greg. Greg strives to capture her true essence, her sensuality, and inner beauty. These shoots become a way for Emanuelle to express herself and deeply understand her sexuality. Working with Greg helps Emanuelle to open up and embrace her sensuality. She begins to realize that her sexual desires and drives are connected to her inner world and personal identity. Greg not only gets her off, but becomes her partner in exploring this side of her life. The relationship with Greg becomes an important element in her journey towards self-discovery and inner harmony. As her relationship with Greg develops, Emanuelle faces new internal conflicts and challenges. The society in which she lives does not always approve of her free-spirited lifestyle. Her lifestyle and choices cause prejudice and judgment. Emanuelle faces various forms of pressure and criticism from those around her, which adds complexity to her personal journey. Despite these challenges, Emanuelle stays true to her desires and aspirations. She learns to deal with jealousy, doubt, and other emotions that arise in her life. These challenges become part of her journey of inner growth and self-discovery. Emanuelle realizes that her freedom and happiness is not dependent on the opinions of others, but is tied to her ability to accept herself and her desires. By the middle of the film, Emanuelle comes to an important realization. She realizes that her desire for self-expression and exploration of sexuality is not only about physical pleasure, but also about finding inner harmony and understanding herself. She begins to see her life and her desires in a new light and realizes that her path to happiness involves accepting her true emotions and needs. When Jean returns to Bangkok, he notices a change in Emanuelle. Her inner growth and self-discovery make her more confident and peaceful. Jean realizes that her journey and discoveries have become an important part of their relationship. They discuss her experiences and how they have impacted their relationship. Jean supports her on her journey and embraces her new confidence and understanding. The movie ends with Emanuelle returning to Jean, enriched with new experiences and knowledge. She finds harmony and fulfillment in her life by accepting her desires and inner needs. Her journey, full of challenges and self-discovery, ends on a positive note, leaving the viewer with the feeling that the path to self-discovery and inner happiness is possible through the exploration of one's true desires. This story is about personal growth and self-discovery. The movie shows how important it is to be true to yourself and your desires in order to find true fulfillment and happiness in life. Emanuelle goes through many trials and discoveries that help her find inner harmony and an understanding of her true needs.